Next, a new look in hitchhiking gets Harvey a free ride all the way to court.
Don't tell me you're going to a picnic.
The Harvey Korman Show. Then Julie Farr reaches out to help a mute girl.
There's something that you can do. An abortion.
And discovers a shocking secret on Julie Farr, MD.
Beginning tonight on ABC.
Three's Company was videotaped in front of a studio audience.
A new lineup of last Thursday. First is Cotter having an affair with a student. Find out on Welcome Back, Cotter, followed by What's Happening. Now, stay tuned for the Harvey Korman Show next on ABC.
Wednesday, Tom and Abby take a San Francisco vacation. But when the kids come along...
What happened to you and me alone in San Francisco?
The holiday's over for Dad.
He's all right. As a father, I quit.
8 is enough.
Your dad's quit.
Watch tomorrow at 8, 7 Central and Mountain on ABC.
If you think a mint has to have sugar to taste cool and refreshing, then you haven't tried Bellamint's. They took the sugar out. You really taste the mint. So fresh, they take your breath away.
Bellamint's took the sugar out. You can really taste the mint. So fresh, they take your breath away. Cool refreshment, Bellamint.
Try sugar-free Bellamint's. You really taste the mint in 3 refreshing flavors.
The art of brewing is not to turn beer into water, but to turn water into beer. Stroh's for the real beer lover.
The 11th hour effort to save Radio City Music Hall. Details at 10.
Here's the game we're playing. Let the game begin. Love is the word we're saying. Better let it in. Time is the clock that's ticking. Places, please, for the play. Once is the time we're giving. Time is the now we're living. Now is the time we're giving. Living life today.
Impossible. America's waking up to the impossible shave. Atra, the first razor with a head that pivots for closeness with comfort you never thought possible. Impossible. This Atra face-hugging action keeps twin blades at the perfect angle.
Such closeness with so much comfort, it's impossible!
Gillette Atra, the impossible shave. And look for this free travel kit offer when you buy an Atra razor.
You're watching television.
We're watching Selectavision, the 4-hour video cassette recorder from RCA.
Selectavision gives us the best of television. We've recorded the best action,
the best movies,
even the best educational shows. Sometimes there's nothing good for them on television.
But there's always something good on Selectavision.
Let RCA turn your television into Selectavision.
Good morning, dear. My, we look a little pale this morning. Gotta get some color in those cheeks.
Hi, Dad.
Good morning. Isn't it beautiful today?
My, aren't you full of life today?
Yes, I am full of it, aren't I?
Yes.
Well, darling, we're going to have a big day today. After my class, don't forget we're going to have lunch. And then you have to drive me to the dentist at 2. Then you have to drive me to the studio club at 3. Then I have to have...
Wait a minute. I am not driving you anywhere today. I'm going dirt biking with Stuart.
Biking? With Stuart? In the dirt? Honey, I don't understand. You see him every day at the bank and nearly every night. Isn't that enough?
No. See, we're at this stage in our relationship where we just can't seem to get enough of each other.
What about our relationship? Honey, our Saturday lunches are the highlight of my week. I mean, I look forward to our little father-daughter chats. Besides, I need a ride into town.
Then learn how to drive.
Don't start that again. I'm not going to learn how to drive. Driving is a nuisance.
So is being your chauffeur.
I don't think of you as being my chauffeur. I think of you as being my daughter. A loving daughter who drives her father places.
No more, Dad. That's it.
Oh, come on, Maggie.
Dad, do you know that last week, because of you, I was late to work twice? I had to cancel 3 lunch dates, and I had to miss 4 tennis lessons.
Well, what's more important, your father or your backhand?
I'm not sure. They both need work.
Boy, you certainly don't take after what's-her-name.
What's her name? You mean Mother?
Yes. She drove me everywhere. Well, we had 300,000 marvelous miles together.
And what happened?
I don't know. She just took off. After 22 years, I woke up one morning and the garage was empty. The thing that really bothers me is I was sure she had at least 50,000 miles left on it.
Well, forget about what's her name. When I moved in here, we agreed we'd act like 2 adults, remember? Not like a parent and a child.
I don't act like a parent.
No, you act like a child.
Me, a child?
Yes, you a child. You think only about yourself. You're always imposing on everyone.
Oh, poopy cock. I suppose Stuart is an adult.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he is.
Maggie?
Yeah, just a sec.
Hi there, Mr. K.
No comment.
Oh, why? Why are the gods so cruel? Why can we never be happy?
Parker, I think the next line is yours.
What? Oh, right. My brigade will be leaving Moscow soon. Some say we will be sent to Siberia.
Oh, no! Please don't go.
Let him go, Olga. You have me.
But I love him.
Mr. Kavanaugh, that's totally unbelievable. Why would she prefer a schlump like him over me?
Because his father owns half of Moscow. Continue.
Olga. We've known each other since we were children. You love me.
No! I love Nikolai Liverovich.
No, dear, that's Livovich.
Oh.
Not Livovich. You're talking about the man you love, not your lunch.
Okay. No! I love Nikolai Liverovich.
Livovich.
Liverovich.
That's so much better. Very good. This is all the thing along. We'll finish this each tomorrow, kids. I'm very pleased with your work, and now it's special assignment time, eh? Now, how many times have you heard a famous actor say, I got my big break by being at the right place at the right time? That wasn't a question, dear. Now, I want all of you to be at the right place at the right time today. Now, Parker, you are to be at the Cafe Figaro at 1:30 to take me to the dentist. Is that right? Now, Shannon, you are to be at the dentist at 2:30, and you take me to the studio.
Excuse me, Mr. Kavanaugh, but my car's in the repair shop.
Well, find a way. Improvise. Why does everyone depend on me?
Okay, Harvey, I'm here.
You all know Jacob Winkleman, my agent? Jake, do you have any advice for these 3 budding stars of tomorrow? Don't eat fatty foods. Very inspiring. All right, see you later, kids. Remember your assignments.
Thank you.
Good work today, old boy.
Thank you.
I got it as soon as I could, so what's the big emergency?
Jake, do you think that I'm inconsiderate and only think about myself?
You had me rush here 40 minutes across town just to ask me that?
Maggie also says that I'm childish and that I impose upon people because I won't learn how to drive. Oh, Jake, you've known me for 30 years. Have I ever imposed on you? By the way, you're taking me to lunch today.
I can't make it today, Harvey.
Of course you can. We'll have one of our intimate agent-actor talks. They're such fun. You know, Jake, in some ways, you take the place of my own daughter.
Now, we're all agreed. Dad gets no more rides, right?
Right.
Very good. Now, this won't be as hard as we think if we all stick together.
tell me Shannon had a motorcycle.
What's going on here? Dad, we've all decided that you've got to learn how to drive.
Oh, really?
It's for your own good, Dad. Parker, now you say it.
It's for your own good, Dad.
Harvey, Maggie's right. If you knew how to drive, just think of all the parts you could play. You could be a speed car driver, a highway patrolman.
Yeah, parking lot attendant.
Dad, and we know the only way you will drive is if you have to. So we've all agreed here today that we're not going to give you any more rides. Right, men?
Right. There's one more thing, Mr. K. I think it's about time you quit being so old-fashioned and accept that Maggie and I are adults with an adult relationship. Or else, what else is there? We're already doing it all.
Dad, we're all united in this. It's one for all for one. You see, Jake? It wasn't so hard for him to accept it after all.
Maggie, he's got one other annoying habit that you may have not noticed yet.
What's that?
He doesn't hear anything he doesn't want to hear.
So now, what are you all doing here?
It's soft. It's playful. It's sea. It's unpredictable. It's sea. A beautiful new fragrance with so many moments. I'm Candace Bergen, and sea is me. Maybe it's you, too.
Like so many women, I have two kinds of skin. Dry skin here, where some soaps can make it drier. And oily skin here, where some creams can make it oilier. So I wash with Physoderm. Physoderm gets out grease and dirt from oily places, while it moisturizes dry places. It helps keep my whole face in perfectly balanced 5.5 pH condition, like normal skin. For your two kinds of skin, Physoderm with 5.5 pH.
Tuesday,
How severe is her retardation?
Well, it's hard to tell. She doesn't speak.
Julie Farr faces a heartbreaking choice
There's something that you can do. An abortion.
and discovers a shocking secret locked within a girl's mind on Julie Farr, MD.
Watch tonight right after The Harvey Korman Show.
It's really coming down out there. Do you do that at home? Maggie, are these your figures?
Yes, Stuart. What's the problem?
Well, I think you'll find that in 1 year at 5 3/4% interest, $1,000 will yield $1,059.18, not $1,059.28.
You're right, Stuart. Here's the dime.
Maggie, that is not the point. The point is one figure is correct and the other is not. Now, that wouldn't happen if you used a calculator like everyone else in the bank.
Stuart, I don't like calculators. They're cold and calculating, like everyone else in the bank.
I see. Excuse me.
Stuart, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Just this whole thing with Dad, you know? It's been a week now, and he hasn't talked to any of us. And when he looks at me, it's like he was sorry I was ever born.
I know that look. Anyway, your plan's working out. No one's giving him a ride.
Yeah. Hi, Dad. Excuse me, sir. May I help you over here, please?
I'm fine where I am, thank you very much.
Dad, you're drenched.
What makes you say that?
Oh, come on. Let's be reasonable about this, all right?
All right. I accept your apology.
I am not apologizing. I still think what we're doing is for your own good.
I think I'm old enough to decide what's good for me and what isn't. It's not like I was a child or something. Somebody who doesn't have enough sense to come in out of the... Rain.
Bless you. I'll tell you what, Dad. Because of the weather today, I'll drive you home, okay? I'll make you a nice hot toddy and we can talk all about this.
Save your ride and save your talk. You can have your hot toddy with your cold fish.
Mr. K, I couldn't help overhearing, and I object to the way you're referring to me.
The turkey doesn't like being called fish.
Mr. K, it's raining outside. The buses are on strike. You'll never get a taxi. So just how do you plan on getting home?
By using something that you know nothing of, Stu. Brains. Excuse me, my son. And where in the world would you be going now?
Well, I was just going to go on home, Father.
What a coincidence. So am I. You can drive me. Repent, you sinners. We mean business.
Dad? Are you home? It's okay, Stuart. Come on in. Boy, the Rams are really cooking tonight, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't believe it. And they kicked that last-minute field goal, and you ended up with the ball.
Oh, it's just a good thing that the kid that caught it was smaller than me.
Stuart, I don't think that you understand the true spirit of football. No. My dad was the one who really got me hooked on it. I was just a kid. I remember when he took me to my first game. I was 6 years old. And he made the whole thing seem so special for me, you know? Like the whole thing was happening just for me. Right at the start of the game, he said, "Would you like them to play the Star-Spangled Banner?" And I said, "Okay." So he stood up and he yelled, "Play the Star-Spangled Banner for my daughter." And everyone stand. And then, right before they announced the lineups, he yelled, "Tell my daughter who's playing." And I wish you could have seen the halftime show he had them put on for me. I mean, I was really impressed.
Yeah, I know just how you feel. My father used to lie to me, too.
Stuart, he wasn't lying. That's just the way Dad is. It made me feel really wonderful.
Well, you are wonderful. Come here. Before we get to the adult part of this, what time is your father coming home?
Oh, I don't know. I'll check the phone answering machine. Maybe he's working late on that science fiction movie.
Maggie, help! I'm in jail.
Jail?
I know it's hard to believe. Get down here as soon as you can.
But where?
Hall of Justice.
I'll go with you.
And don't bring that idiot Stuart with you.
What's on tonight, Bert? Anything interesting?
No, sir. Just the usual faces.
Get behind what you're doing, man. You know, I mean, you're saying that every creature, you know, no matter how small or how insignificant, is important. It's important to the cosmic scheme of things, you know?
Oh, sit on it, will you? I'm dressed for a movie.
Movie?
Yeah, the Revolt of the Insects. You'll love it. It's about a time when the bugs take over the world.
All rise. Division 33 of the Municipal Court of the County of Los Angeles is now in session. The Honorable Wilson Lutz presiding. Be seated. The State versus Harvey A. Kavanaugh.
And just what are you supposed to be?
An ant.
Good, good. Because if you were a fly, we would have had to send out for the SWAT team.
Very good, Your Honor.
I don't see him.
I do.
If I'm not being too personal, could I ask you why you're dressed like an ant? And don't tell me you're going to a picnic.
Good one, Your Honor.
I am an actor, sir. I am costumed in this fashion for a part.
Oh, let me guess. You're playing Mark Antony.
You're hot tonight, Your Honor. You're really on a roll.
Is this a court of law or the Hollywood Palace?
Be seated, Mr. Kavanaugh. You are charged with the violation of Motor Vehicle Code 21957. Illegal hitchhiking and refusing a citation. Is the arresting officer present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Give us your report.
At approximately 4:05 p.m., I was proceeding north on the San Diego Freeway when I spotted the defendant at the Sunset Boulevard turnoff dressed as a large red ant. That's a worker ant, I believe. He was standing by the side of the roadway, hitchhiking with 3 foot pads extended.
Do you see the defendant in the courtroom? Let the report show that the officer pointed to the defendant, Mr. Harvey Kavanaugh. Thank you, officer. Mr. Kavanaugh.
Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I always do.
Mr. Kavanaugh, you've heard the officer's testimony. Do you have anything to say?
Well, Your Honor, the reason that I was hitchhiking was that the buses are on strike and there were no cabs available.
Don't you know anyone that could have given you a ride?
Well, my daughter and my so-called friends have chosen not to give me rides. They've conspired against me.
A conspiracy? That sounds serious.
Well, you don't know my daughter. She's not at all like what's her name.
What's her name?
My ex-wife.
Ah.
Oh, she was a saint, Your Honor. The finest, brightest, prettiest woman in the whole world.
May I remind you that you are under oath?
She was a nice lady who didn't mind giving me rides.
May I ask why, in a city that worships the automobile, you don't drive?
Well, sir, I'm not only a citizen of this city. I am also an American, a citizen of the greatest country in the world. A country which allows an individual to worship as he pleases, to vote as he pleases, and to walk if he pleases.
And to dress as he pleases.
That's enough, Mr. Dobish.
You get to wear a gown, why can't I?
You are out of order, Mr. Dobish.
Well, Your Honor, if you don't mind, I don't mean any disrespect, but Ms. Dobish here has a point. I mean, the differences between people, Your Honor, are largely a matter of degree sometimes, a point of view, judgments, considerations. Thank heaven, sir, we live in a society that grants us the right to be different.
That's very eloquent, Mr. Kavanaugh. But you still haven't told me why you won't drive.
Oh, well, may I approach the bench, Your Honor?
Yes, you may.
Well, sir. Your Honor, I tried it once, and I was really lousy at it. I mean, I was the worst. The pits. It's the only thing in the world I don't do superbly well. I figure there's enough bad, dangerous drivers out there without me adding to it. If I were driving out there, you'd see a lot more of me in here.
I respect your right to be different.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I also respect your right to choose your own style.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But not as much as I respect the law. Guilty on both counts.
Way to snap him, Your Honor.
But on both counts, sentence is suspended. Mr. Kavanaugh, don't spread this around, but you might very well become my favorite aunt. But in the meantime, please keep in mind that while you have the right to be different, you shouldn't infringe on other people's rights.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
That'll be all.
Thank you.
What's next, Bert?
Well, it's about time you got here.
Dad, I heard your speech, and I respect your right to be different, too.
Yeah, well, I heard what the judge said, and I'm sorry if I've been infringing on you too much.
I heard your speech too, Mr. K.
Oh, what did you think, Stu?
A very well stated defense, although a bit long-winded.
Stu, as one household pest to another, bug off.
Dad, I think you should be nicer to Stuart.
Give me one good reason why.
Do you want to ride home? We came in Stuart's car.
Oh, just jesting, Stuart. You know me. Well, my feet are killing me. Let's get going. In fact, all 6 of them are. Would you like to try this on?
The Harvey Korman Show will continue in a moment.
The hardest bones in the world can't clean your dog's teeth as safely as Milk-Bone dog biscuits can. Milk-Bone dog biscuits have the right teeth cleaning size for small, medium, and large dogs. Each size has a different hardness to help scrape away stains and tartar and help clean and whiten teeth. Get the right teeth cleaning size and the right hardness. Milk-Bone dog biscuits, the healthier chew food, in beef flavor too.
Good going, MG midget. You sure make the going good. Good going, MG midget. You sure make the going good. Good going, MG midget. You sure make the going good. Good going, MG midget. You sure make the going good. You make the going good.
Yes, come on. I can't stand the suspense anymore.
Harvey, you're gonna love it. It's perfect for someone who doesn't want to drive.
And it's different, too. Very different.
And like you, Mr. K, it's just a little old-fashioned.
Okay already.
Da 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 da. Her name is Sugar, and she's very gentle.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Dad?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, come on. It was just a joke.
And I know, and a very good one, too. But for a moment there, when I first saw her, she reminded me of what's her name.
Lineup of last Thursday. First is Cotter having an affair with a student. Find out on Welcome Back, Cotter. Then Raj, Dwayne, and Rerun get it together on television's funniest happening, What's Happening? Watch Sticking Together, followed by the 2-5, a Friday night movie double feature, starting at 8, 7 Central and Mountain. This Saturday, watch a super special Hardy Boys Mystery. That's Saturday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain. Now stay tuned for Julie Farr, MD, next here on ABC.
An ABC News Brief brought to you by Anheuser-Busch. Now, Tom Gerald.
Good evening. President Carter said today that short of a national emergency, there will be no wage and price controls to fight inflation. But he called for voluntary restraints to keep price and salary increases down. Israeli forces began a pullback in South Lebanon today. They were replaced by UN troops. Russia has charged the refusal of Soviet UN official Arkady Shevchenko to return home as a frame-up by U.S. intelligence. They're demanding his return. Now this.
Michelob. Why wait for the weekend? Weekends were made for Michelob.
Yeah. One very bad sign of inflation, the government says the average cost of a new house was $57,500 at the end of last year and rose by $1,000 a month in January and February of this year. That's News Brief. More news later on this ABC station.
Falls in fish when someone rips off a stiff.
Why would anybody want a dead body?
Sometimes it just happens.
Then a stiff springs back to life.
He's alive?
But his widow thinks he's dead.
What do I say to her? Surprise!
On AES Hudson Street.
Watch Thursday starting at 9, 8 Central and Mountain on ABC.
When Joel Daly takes off on a story, that's just what he does. Whether it's from the cockpit of a U-2 spy plane or the living room of a striking miner, to communicate a news story, you've got to know what it means. The better you are on the street, the better you are in the studio. And Joel Daly knows Chicago and its people. Maybe that's why more people depend on Eyewitness News than any other. They know if it's important to Chicago, it's on Eyewitness News.
The Fortune Cookie, Wednesday at 3:30.
I want to put you in the hospital for a few days.
Hospital?
Oh. There's only so much we can do, you know that. The rest is up to him.
I have a surprise for you. Your favorite friend. There's a baby growing here, and there's a baby growing here. Please, isn't there something that you can do?
I wish